どうも八木沢です。今回紹介するのは日本で散髪をしてもらった外国人の反応。散髪なんてどこでも一緒じゃないのと思うかもしれませんが、外国人からすると日本の理容室や美容室ってホスピタリティも技術もレベルが違うし、カルチャーショックの連続らしいんです。まずは日本の美容院でセレブのような扱いを受け、完全に骨抜きにされたアメリカ人女性。
I cut all my hair off in Japan. If you know me at all, you know I let only one person touch my hair, and that is my girl Priscilla. However, my hair was getting so long and I was so over it, so I decided to experiment and get my hair cut in Japan. I found this place on TikTok and they were so nice when I came in. They started off by washing my hair and massaging my scalp, and then we immediately went into the cut. They waste no time here. My haircut only took about 35 minutes. And that's including the blowout because they did it together, which I thought was so cool. It made me feel like a celebrity. Everyone there was so sweet and welcoming, and I think my hair turned out great. I mean, it only cost me $40 and took about 40 minutes.
このように職人技とおもてなしのフルコースなのに、会計を見たら安すぎて驚く外国人が続出。次に紹介するイギリス人男性も日本の理容室で受けたサービスに驚きを隠せない様子。
Today I'm getting my haircut at the cheapest barber in Japan. This haircut is about to cost me £2.50. And for the past 2 months I've been growing out my hair especially for this. I sat in the chair and straight away he put a weird white thing over my face and started washing my hair. A hair wash alone in London would cost you £15, so we were off to a good start. The barber couldn't speak a word of English, so he is literally just cutting my hair however he wants. And this was making me extremely nervous. I was also like the only customer in here, but everything so far was going well. Just when I thought he was nearly finished, he started taking huge amounts out my hair. I literally thought I was about to go bald, but luckily he slowed down and it did start shaping up quite nice. Then without any warning, he put this white stuff on my face and started shaving all around my ears. Knowing I was only paying £2.50 for this made me quite nervous. After the shave, he then went and washed my hair again, and then started whacking my head and shoulders. It was then time for him to style my hair exactly how he wants it. Even though there was a huge language barrier, this guy was actually so nice. It was finally time to pay my £2.50 and show you the result. And after 2 hair washes, a shave and a haircut, this is how I look.
ロンドンをはじめ欧米では一般的にカットとシャンプーは別料金。カットだけで30ポンド、日本円にするとおよそ6000円が相場と言われています。ロンドンの10分の1以下の金額で、技術もホスピタリティも抜群なんだから、そりゃ海外勢の価値観もぶっ壊れますよね。次に紹介するのは海外セレブ御用達の日本の理髪店に行ったアメリカ人男性。
Come with me to get a haircut here in Tokyo as an American. Main concern every time I go to a barbershop here in Japan is that they're gonna mess up my beard. So I looked up one of the best barbershops here in Tokyo, and we're gonna go and see how they do. We're on the way and look at the street heading to the barbershop. This is crazy. All right, we finally made it. Here's the barbershop. Hey, what's up, bro? So I'm Louis. Nice to meet you. Hey, Louis. Nice to meet you, bro. What was your name again? Cambo. Yeah, you're the one on Instagram, right?
Yeah. Pleasure.
Cool. Pleasure, bro. Medium skin fade, the beard fade.
Yeah.
Fade both sides and then line like give it shape. Yeah, that's it. I hear that you that Kanye West came here. True?
Oh,
Yeah, true.
Usual.
And when I come to Japan, the thing I'm most scared about is people like doing the beard, you know? Because in Japan, Japanese people don't have beards.
Alright, so in total, this cut took 2 hours, and I was nervous at first, but he took his time. He was detailed. The hot towel is a must. It makes you feel like $1 million. Then they wash you after, so you come out the barbershop super clean. And I ain't gonna lie, the cut came out so fresh. He did cut the beard a little bit too much, but so clean. I mean, look at this. Definitely a very fresh cut. I ended up paying 10,000 yen for this cut, so all in all, I recommend 10 out of 10. And Kembo was super cool.
動画内でも名前が出ましたが、こちらの西山理髪店はアメリカのお騒がせセレブカニエ・ウェスト御用達の店。カニエはここのオーナーである西山さんをめちゃくちゃ信頼しており、2025年5月にはスペインでのインタビューのためだけにわざわざ日本から西山さんを呼び寄せたほど。実際の映像がこちらです。髪に小さなゴミがついていたのか、それとも少し跳ねていたのか、西山さんが何気なく直してあげると。
The ass right here, he knocked 20 years off my life, bro.
次に紹介するのはオタク向けの美容院にやってきたアメリカ人女子。
I decided to get my hair cut and restyled at one of the most unique hairdressers in Harajuku. Now, when it comes to the language barrier, I did something in advance of my haircut to try and make it easier, and I would recommend doing this if you can. I basically just made a little mood board of images of the haircut that I wanted, as well as what I wanted my hair color to be like, and I just added some basic instructions in Japanese to explain what I was trying to go for. This can be very easily achieved using Google Translate. But again, don't worry, because my hairdresser, despite knowing very little English, made the effort to constantly Google Translate stuff to ask me questions and double check on things that I wanted. So at no point was I left in the dark with what was happening to my hair. They were constantly communicating with me. And like I said, I spent about 4.5 hours in the chair, but don't worry, I got offered free drinks and I even got a little snack box. And so I was perfectly content during my haircut. Now, nothing really crazy happened during my haircut. I didn't see any insanely crazy antics. I just saw a lot of professionals working hard at their job, and it was a very comfortable environment. And again, despite the language barrier potentially causing a level of isolation, I actually felt very comfortable. And at the end of the day, I think my hair turned out pretty great, and it was definitely exactly what I wanted when it came to my initial design. And so if you are wanting to try something new, or you're wanting to get your hair done in Harajuku, I definitely feel like the novelty and the quality of the work is worth paying for.
日本の美容院でカラーやパーマを頼むと当たり前のようにコーヒーやお茶が出てきますよね。日本人にとっては当たり前ですが、海外勢からするとこんなことまでしてくれるのレベルです。欧米でもドリンクサービスがある店は存在しますが、高級サロンが売りにする特別なサービスとして打ち出されることが多いようです。次に紹介するのは日本の床屋であるものに遭遇しびっくりする黒人男性。
Now, have you ever wondered what it's like for a black person to get a haircut in Japan? Well, today that's exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Now, I won't lie to you, I was absolutely bricking it because I'd imagine Japanese people don't have too much experience with afro. And I also knew there'd be a bit of a language barrier, so I had some reference pictures for him to look at. Because I'm taking no risks here. I also bought my own tools because I had a feeling they wouldn't have afro combs and metal sponges just knocking about. But surprisingly, he had an afro comb.
Ah, you have one?
And then he took the first snip, and it was too late to turn back. Now, this is probably the most silent haircut I've ever had in my life. There was zero barber banter going on. And 5 minutes in, I thought he went too short and was almost on the verge of tears. But in barbers, you've always got to trust the process.
It was very hard trusting the process.
I don't know if barber school in Japan is different, but he was whipping out some techniques I've never seen in my entire life. He did my line-up with shaving foam and a razor. When does that ever happen? Then I thought it was all done, but he got me to lean forward and gave me a full-blown hair care routine. And then when I sat back up and he dried my hair, I thought, oh, okay, now we're definitely done. But no, I got a scalp, shoulder and neck massage, and not just with his hands. With a bloody machine you'd buy from B&Q. Where did bro whip this out for? Then he finally said he was done, and I think he was rather happy with it because he asked me to take a picture with him.
I gotta say, I think he did a rather splendid job.
動画の理容師さんがスッと取り出したアフロコーム。普通の櫛と違ってフォークみたいに刃が長くて間隔がスッカスカに広く作られてるごっつい櫛です。この形状には理由があり、黒人の髪質は細かくて強力なカールが根元からがっつりかかっていて、目の細かい櫛を使うと髪が引っかかって最悪ちぎれることもあるからです。だからさっきの男性からしたら異国の地で俺の髪ちゃんと切れるのかって不安だったのに、日本の理容師さんがアフロコームを持ってたので、なんで俺ら用の櫛があんのって驚いたわけです。次に紹介するのはこれまでと打って変わって失敗してしまったパターン。散髪ってたとえ同じ国の人同士でも言葉でニュアンスを伝えるのも難しいですよね。外国人にとってはそこに言葉の壁まで加わるわけですが、言葉以外にも単位という落とし穴が存在します。
So I went for a haircut in Japan, and oh man, do I have to say anything? I asked for a 6 down to a 2, and apparently the numbers here are in millimeters, and they also he doesn't know how to fade, so he literally cut it a 6 millimeter into a 2 millimeter, which personally I think is fucking heinous. But it's okay, because we can fix it. We've only got a 5 and a 3, so fucking all good. I don't even think I can fix this, my bro. 5-3. No, like honestly, bro, it's just fucked. It's just genuinely fucked. Oh well, the more you know, eh? If I wear it like this,
動画を見た人はもう察してるかもしれませんが、アメリカってミリじゃなくてインチ基準。だから彼が頼んだには約6ミリ、6は約19ミリという意味なので、上は19ミリ残して下は6ミリのグラデーションでと頼んだつもりが、日本の理容師さんは当然ミリだと思って短いアタッチメントで刈り上げてしまったという悲しすぎるすれ違いですね。いかがだったでしょうか。取り上げてきた動画はホスピタリティにフォーカスしたものが多かったですが、もちろんクオリティの面でも日本の美容師さん理容師さんは海外から注目されています。例えばフィギュアスケーターの有沙龍選手、オリンピックで注目されたあの独特な髪色も、実は日本人美容師が最初に手がけていたことが SNS で話題になっていました。またさっきカニエのエピソードを紹介しましたが、カニエの奥さんも日本人美容師の技術に惚れ込んで、カラーリングしにロサンゼルスまで来てほしい、飛行機もホテルも全部払うと DM を送ったらしいんですよ。もう絵に描いたようなセレブっぷりで、スケールがぶっ飛びすぎてもはや笑うしかないですよね。ちなみに日本の美容技術で劇的ビフォーアフターを遂げた海外女子の動画も過去にまとめているので、気になる人は概要欄をチェックしてみてください。今回の話題について皆さんはどう思いましたか。ぜひコメント欄で意見を聞かせてください。このチャンネルでは海外で注目されている日本に関連する話題と反応を紹介しています。ほぼ毎日投稿しているのでチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。